Hey everyone, it's White Cross. Today we're going to be doing an introductory video to what is 90% silver as a vehicle for buying and selling physical silver. 90% silver refers to silver coinage that had been made in the United States of America up until the 1965. So from the time that our country was first founded in the late 1700s all the way up until 1965, our circulating coins, our dimes, our quarters, and our half dollars, and even our silver dollars, were made of an alloy of 90% silver and 10% copper. Why an alloy? Silver itself is quite soft as a metal. It's easy to scratch, it's easy to bend. By adding a 10% alloy of copper to the mix, you increase the strength of the silver considerably and make it much more suitable for coins, which, as we know, get used and abused as they're passed and circulated in circulation. So, up until 1964, our coins contained 90% silver. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, our government started realizing that the silver content was going to quickly be worth more than the face value on our coins. So at that point, we made the determination to remove silver from our circulating coins in most instances, and we'll touch on that briefly a little bit later in the video. So as we got to 1964, people realized that the silver was going to be removed from our coinage and replaced with our modern clad coinage. Clad refers to layers of copper nickel over solid copper, and that's what our circulating coins are made of now. If you look at the edge of a modern modern quarter or modern dime, you'll see a very thin layer of silvery colored material on the face and on the back, the obverse and reverse, and in the middle you'll often see a bar of orange metal, and that is copper, that's pure copper. So our modern circulating coins have no silver in them. They are just copper nickel. But prior to 1965, our dimes, our quarters, our half dollars, and our silver dollars had 90% silver in them. What is the positive of buying these coins with 90% silver in them? One of the nicest things about these, if you saw our recent video on 0.999 pure silver, the silver coinage that you see here before you, the 90% silver coinage, is already fractional. In other words, modern silver bullion, whether it's bars or coins, typically comes in 99.9 plus purity, but they usually come in 1 ounce increments. In the case of 90% silver, we know that these come in fractions of a silver dollar. There are 10 silver dimes to $1, 4 silver quarters to $1, 2 silver half dollars to $1. So they're already fractional in size. If you are one of those people who thinks that silver will eventually go to a very, very high value, I'm not saying that it necessarily will, but if you believe that it will, having all of your silver in 1 ounce or greater increments makes it more difficult for you to maneuver within the market. But if you've already got silver that is fractional, smaller quantities like the silver dime, then you already have pieces that are smaller than 1 ounce and potentially more liquid than full ounces will be. It's also a nice a positive for having these fractional pieces because the prices are considerably lower. If you went right now to a coin store and wanted to buy a 1 ounce silver round, a US silver eagle, a 1 ounce silver bar, you're going to be buying a full ounce of silver. Right now, silver is around $20 an ounce, so you'd be paying for $20 worth of silver at a minimum. But a silver dime has considerably less silver than a silver dollar, and a silver quarter and a silver half dollar. These are smaller increments, and therefore they may be more affordable to people who are on a budget. Especially nice if you've never bought silver before and you want to dip your toe into it without sinking a lot of money into it. And we'll talk about how these are priced a little bit later. The negatives to owning 90%. As I mentioned earlier, they are 90% silver. right now the market is attracted to 99.99% pure silver. They want US Eagles, they want silver maples, they want Britannias or Philharmonics, coins that are made for bullion buyers specifically, that were never meant to be circulated. Therefore, they don't need that alloy of copper in them to make them stronger. They're going to sit in a vault somewhere or somebody's collection. They were never meant to be spent. So they don't need to have the same strength. And that is what the new generation has grown up with, understanding silver. When they think of silver, they think of pure silver. These coins are not pure silver. They are only 90% pure silver. And eventually, while there may be some collector value to some of these pieces now, and that collector value may grow over time, right now the market seems to want 99.9% pure, 0.999 pure silver. And the fewer people that are looking for 90% may mean that the liquidity of this type of silver product is lessened. There may be fewer buyers out there, which means it may be a little bit more difficult to sell. These are things that you should think about as you decide which vehicles of silver you want to have in your own physical silver holdings. How do you buy these? As I said before, you can go into a coin shop. Most coin shops will have individuals of these for sale. Remember, you're not looking for something with a lot of numismatic premium, a lot of coin collector premium. You just want what we typically call average circulated. So these silver dimes, because they date from the late or the early 1960s, were pulled out of circulation quite quickly and didn't see a lot of wear. They are in mostly uncirculated or almost uncirculated condition. The mercury dimes here next to them, technically Winged Liberty, but most people call them mercury dimes. They were in circulation before we put in the Roosevelt dimes. So these predate the Roosevelt dimes. And the nice thing about silver 90% is that rather than being sold in ounce increments, it's usually sold as a multiplier of the face value. So if you were to go into a coin shop and say, I'd like a 1 silver dime, right now a silver dime has about 15 times its face value in silver in it. So 15 times dime is $1.50. You can't probably buy these for $1.50. If you watch the video on 999 silver we did earlier, you understand that there is a premium attached to the value of a silver on a coin like these. The premium is the amount of money you pay over the silver value, and that goes to cover the profit for the person that's selling it, for their utilities, for their rent. If they're buying high and selling low, that gives them a little bit of a cushion so that they're not going to lose a lot of money on it. Right now the premiums are quite high on pure silver bullion coins like the Eagle and the Maple and the Philharmonic and the Britannia. It's not quite so high on 90% silver. So if it contains $1.50, this dime contains $1.50's worth of silver in it, you might pay, instead of 15 times face, you might pay more like 18 times face, or $1.80 a piece. Similarly, if you're looking at a silver quarter, 15 times face would be about $3.75 for the silver quarter. Again, you would pay a premium above that. You probably can't buy it for $3.75, but maybe $4, $4.50 a coin, and the same thing with the silver half dollars. They have about $7.50 worth of silver in them. So you could expect to pay that $7.50 and then maybe $1 or $2 over, depends on what your coin dealer or your bullion supplier is charging for their premium. So it's a smaller amount to invest in the first place. You can buy them in full rolls if you want to, like these here, or you can buy individual coins, and you're paying usually a multiple of the face value. I have here a roll of silver dollars as well. You'll recognize these if you're a coin collector. These are Morgan dollars that were made from 1878 up until 1921. Each of these contains just a little bit more silver than 2 times a half dollar. So most dealers think of these as slightly differently than most 90%. They don't usually sell these as multiples of face so much as a straight amount. They have a little bit more collectible appeal. People seem to be drawn to the larger coins more than the smaller coins. So even though they are 90% silver and they were circulating coinage, silver dollar is not really considered what we think of when we think of 90% or junk silver or obsolete silver. They have a special premium all their own. Right now, my dealers locally seem to be charging anywhere from $27 to $30 a piece for an average circulated Morgan dollar and an average circulated peace dollar, the style that came after the Morgans. So that's a basic introduction to 90%. There are some other interesting vehicles for buying silver with American coinage, and I'll just give you a little bit of teaser of those. We have here a silver war nickel. They were made from 1942 until 1946. We also have a 40% half dollar, this one dated 1969. And this is an example of a modern commemorative silver dollar. These are 2 or 3 other possible vehicles you can use if you want American silver coinage, but you don't want 90%, or if you want something a little bit different, and we'll have those in another video coming up soon. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have comments, please leave them below. We'll be happy to answer your questions. If you have any other suggestions you'd like to see us do for upcoming videos, please leave those as well, and we'll try to make a video for you. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of your journey into buying physical precious metals.